So who am I? I'm Glenn Evans. I'm founder CEO of Acrux Consulting, which is a small consulting business that specialises in trade show and temporary event networks, not unlike the network that runs Cisco Live here. I've been doing it for a while. I've actually worked with some of those guys, and I'm here as a PathSolutions TotalView customer and user. And so what I'm going to do is give you a bit of a background on what we do, how we do some things, and what we actually do with TotalView in our environment. So as Zach mentioned, we have some reasonable name clients, Interop, Minecon, Enterprise Connect, some brands that you are aware of. Yes, Comic-Con, that's next week, LinkedIn. There's a few others there as well. Basically, I'm a network roadie. I travel the world, build temporary networks in event centers, in conference rooms, things like that. Not so glamorous, but it pays the bills. Like you guys, essentially what we do is take enterprise-grade networks and transport them around the globe, constantly building, tearing down, and rebuilding again. So what you guys do on a day-to-day basis, we do the same thing every week in, week out, for most of the year. We're on the road for about 9 months of the year. Our typical attendee or a typical event, something around about 12,000 attendees for some of the larger ones, slightly smaller for the regional type events. We're providing wired and Wi-Fi services right across the estate. So we're focusing on video streaming, live streaming keynotes, things like that, but also providing connectivity for the exhibitors and the attendees. And it's a sort of, probably like your enterprise environment, a bit of a thankless environment. When everything's working, you don't hear anything. It's only when something goes wrong. And that's really what we spend a lot of our time focusing on, how to minimize things going wrong. And if something does go wrong, how do we get in there and fix it very quickly? For us, a 5-minute mean time to fix is probably about 4 minutes too long. We actually want to sort of know about problems before they happen. So essentially what we're doing is taking your enterprise network, your WAN routers, your core switching, your edge switching, edge devices, and putting it in about 4 days. We start with a blank slate. This room, when you guys leave, will just be a concrete floor with pillars. For us to come in here, we're putting in cabling, we're putting in the active electronics, looking at all the power, and then trying to make it all happen. And so over time, we've sort of recognized that there are things that we need to know about the network to help us operate and manage it and make it successful for the event. For me, link stability is a big thing. Because we're putting in our own cabling, the layer 1, layer 2 stuff always comes to bite you somewhere along the line. Somebody's, let's say, misinstalled a cable, or a carpet layer has cut a cable or nicked a cable. Somebody's done a bad termination. Somewhere along the line, that'll come back to bite you. The next thing we look at is path stability. We've got to get from point A to point B. That could be somewhere in this environment over at the MGM or the Bellagio. It's got to come back through here, get out to the internet, to wherever you want it to go. And so we also look at that. The other one is packet loss on any interface. If any interface is not performing to specification, we want to know about it pretty damn quick. Oversubscription and misconfigurations. Unfortunately, even though we prepare and plan and do all this sort of stuff, every now and again there's a human element involved. If I don't have my glasses on, an 8 and a 3 looks very similar. So fat finger configurations are always on the cards. So and over this time, with this sort of, let's say, high pressure, quick environment, we've sort of come to distill down our tool set to things that just work for us. One of those we found was TotalView from PathSolutions. And we use it essentially as a root cause troubleshooting, root cause analysis type tool. For us, it's something that installs quickly and gives us the information that we need, and that is vendor agnostic. Yes, it works on Cisco equipment, but it works on any SNMP MIB2 compliant gear. So whether it's a blue device or a green device or a purple device or an orange device, it's going to work. I think the key for us to it is that it drills down into, like most SNMP management tools or monitoring tools will give you base information on, port up, port down, some things like that. The key to this particular product is that it drills down and looks at about 18 different counters in each of the interfaces, everywhere within the environment. And from that, it's then able to provide some sort of analytics and some sort of smarts as to what's going on with that interface, and if something's going wrong, what's the most likely cause. Now this is, my 5 favourite features. Pretty simple. This is really where I live, in this particular issues tab. Most people, some people would live in the map, some people devices, whatever. For me, it's issues. I really don't care what's working. I want to know what's not working, because that's going to come back and give me a problem somewhere down the track and create an unhappy customer. The port map is also pretty cool. When you see one of those anomalies there in that issues tab, you can drill down and then look at, okay, what's associated with that interface? Is it a voice VLAN that could perhaps, in this environment, maybe has to work, maybe doesn't have to work? So it's something that you can go and try and fix after the event or after the expo floor is closed or something like that. Or it could be something that this is a live stream port, and that's something we really need to fix right now. The other one is, because we're behemoth to the management, we've got to look at presenting statistics and analysis or analytics on what's going on the network at any given time. If there's a problem on the network, everybody knows about it. So if we can go back through reporting and sort of say, hey, listen, here was the problem on the network, this is when it happened, this is what we did to remediate, and from then it's all good. And the other cool thing about this particular product is, let's face it, I'm pretty dumb. I can put all this sort of stuff together, but sometimes you forget a lot of things. And under the pressure of trying to fix a problem, you come up with these crazy ideas. One of the cool things about TotalView is that for all these particular issues, it gives you plain English remedies. And that's based on, let's say, some sort of heuristic algorithm that says, well, if you've got, frame check errors with CRC errors or drop packets, you're most likely going to have X or Y. In this case, FCS errors, most likely it's a cable fault. So rather than thinking, something's gone, there's something, the internet's down or whatever the hell it is, we go and start looking at the cabling. Because in our environment, 90% of the time, it is a cable issue. That's my story. It's pretty simple. We do things quick and fast and need a tool that works quick and fast. And for us, that was TotalView.